Good morning, everyone. I am off work. I've been in the Walmart parking lot for probably about 20 minutes. I inflated all my tires. The front tires were about 6 pounds low. One of the back tires was about the same low. That back left one that we had plugged, got to keep an eye on that. It was about 15 pounds low. No bueno.
Roaming this old land in his creepy van, he's Hannibal, Hannibal the Hannibal. Shadows stretch, he's got a plan. Oh, Hannibal, Hannibal the Hannibal. Leather boots and a devil's grin. Don't know where he's going, but he's been where you've been. Hannibal, Hannibal the Hannibal.
So maybe the guys didn't inflate it all the way, because I never checked it, right? So maybe when the guys patched it, they didn't inflate it all the way. Front tires are 40, the back tires are 60. So maybe they only inflated it to about 40 because it was at 30 something. So I inflated it all the way. We'll keep an eye on it, see how it does. I am headed to Home Depot. All right, I'm at Home Depot. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a purchase or not, but I need to go check out this wood and get an idea of what I need. Hopefully I'll be coming out with some wood. All right, got my wood. Now let's hope I can make it fit. All right, let's see what we can do. I did not see Happy there. Sorry, girl, gotta move. Waddles is not wanting to budge either. He's in the chair. Now we go unload it and hope that there is a float at storage so I don't have to hand carry these. That box truck right there, the little one, that's what I want. That's what I want. I think it'd be perfect for what I have. I think it would be perfect for what I have going on, especially since I'm staying in the city. It's not that much longer than the van I have now. It's just squared off and I can stand in it. Squared off means I can build my walls easier. Being able to stand means I have more vertical space, which means I can make more space for the cats. Basically, it's like the cats would have an entire little condo to run around in. I would be able to have like a stand-up countertop. That's if I was kind of doing what I'm doing now. Because doing what I'm doing now doesn't eat up a lot of gas. Like I say in previous videos, for the most part, I don't go further than 5 miles up the road. All these places I'm going are within 5 miles of each other, except when I go on my little trips to the next town over, or if everything's running good, I would take some trips, right? But as far as if I was just doing this, that would be perfect. Now, if everything works out by May, that's not what I'm doing, and then I'd have to rethink it, only because of gas mileage and stuff. But I still think that would be ideal for someone like me. The only thing is, I like the box truck look, I like the height, I like something that small. I don't think, like the mechanic I'm using right now, even though it's the same exact, vehicle as the Chevy Express, I don't know that they'd work on it. They always ask me about the weight of this one because they know it's essentially a camper van, and we're fine. We only got a bed, right? But I don't know if they have the clearance height to put a box truck on a lift. Things like that are what concern me, because if you got to go somewhere that has to have a special kind of lift, like clearance, it's going to cost more. And costing more is something that is always on my mind right now. I mean, that's way down the road. So what I'm trying to do right now is get the last few things I want done to this van that costs money, like the gearbox, insulating, and just some small builds. Once I'm done with that, I am saving for what would be the next rig. Now, is that going to be soon? No, it could be 5 years from now. So, but I think once I hit that point, the money I make is just going to go to maintenance, right? Tires, rotations, oil changes, your standard things, you know, whatever emergencies come up. But I'm not going to try to make this thing, you know, into some luxury rig by keeping adding stuff on. It's just going to be the things that I know I need in this van to live in. And honestly, I'm almost there now. 12-volt cooler, yes, I need that. Insulating so my air conditioner can keep up a little bit better in the summer, yes, I need that. A better countertop space for when I'm cooking and stuff, yes. And just some build stuff to make it easier for the cats to run around and have more space to run around. Like right now, they're running and zooming, but things are kind of in their way because I don't have stuff stowed the way I want. Like once I get it done, they'll be able to go from the bed down to the floor, underneath with the tunnel I'm going to have built underneath the bed, come back around. If I have the sliding door open, they can run through to the cab, and it'll be easier for them to jump up and things like that. So I do have plans for that. None of that's terribly costly. It's just you know, part of it's getting the shelving built in storage and stuff, so I can get to the gear that I have that I can work on this van with, and take stuff out when I need to, so I can work on things. Because it's February, folks, and this is Alabama. We're going to have cold spells, but once spring hits here, we start warming back up. And I'm trying to get stuff done between now and May. And once May hits, it's going to be warm. And once it's warm, I've got a new set of problems that will start rearing its head. So I think that's the thing about living in a van. You always kind of need to mentally be prepared for the next season. Not the season you're in, but the season that's coming. Because once you're in the season, it's kind of too late if you're not prepared. Well, luckily we got the 20-pound propane, which is great. But, you know, that's fixing one problem, but that's not a summer problem. All right, we are here. It's a good thing I don't need the dumpster because it's gone. I'm not sure what that's about, but they had a sign for 1 week that said not to use it, and then that sign was gone the last time we used it. Probably someone threw it in the dumpster, to be honest with you, but now it's completely gone. Whether that means they've gotten rid of it and they're going to get either a bigger dumpster, because before they had a smaller dumpster and then this one was a bigger one, but it's filled up. They might decide, you know what, we're just going to get a small one if we're going to have to get, you know, it's going to fill up regardless. And those of you that follow the channel know this familiar little route right here. Now let's go hunt for a cart. Not having any luck so far. Oh, take it back. Let's go. Well, so far this is the right width. Because I'm trying to make something that if I had to move everything on them, can make it around these turns. And so far, these have been able to make it around the corners. The big test is coming up though. I need to see if we can make it around this turn. Because the other spot is steps. I need to make a zigzag pattern here. Alright. Get as close to this corner as possible. Turning, turning, turning. This will be fine here. Back up. Gonna have to put the phone down. All right, we're gonna make it. So we can't make it around every corner with this width. So ideally with what I'm doing, if push comes to shove, I'm pretty sure I can totally wheel this totes and all out. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do with this build. Not that I would do it that way, but it's nice to have it as an option. Hope I have enough room in the other unit to put these. That way I can work on them on this side and then place them on the side I'm going to use them on. Yikes. Let's see if she's gonna close. That'll do. It should just be for a day anyway. And we're gonna put this cart back where we found it, because that's in a central area, plus it's not far from the elevators if someone's going up the elevator looking for this thing. All right. That was fairly painless. Let's get out of here. Yeah, the idea is tomorrow is Sunday and nobody works on Sunday. Like the cleaning lady was here today. She doesn't really do this building often, she said. Although I am fairly certain someone's living in one of the shipping containers, because this is the second time that I've been in here where it doesn't look like anyone else is here. And as soon as I make some noise in my container, I hear an air mattress, because I know those sounds. The little thing deflating it. So I'm pretty sure someone's sleeping on an air mattress in here. But now, well, so the plan is tomorrow, Sunday as I said, come here, figure out exactly what I need to do and make my cuts. That's for sure the thing I'm going to try to have done. If everything works out, I should be able to make my cuts and pretty much assemble what I'm going to do for my shelving. But once I assemble, it means I need to put the items on. So I may buy a couple more tote boxes. And if everything works out, once it's built and everything, I'll buy all the tote boxes I need, which it should be 9 tote boxes that this will hold. The idea is to, once I know this works, because this is a slightly different version of my shelving than the other one I built. Once I know this works, I want to have at least 2 of these built. So that'll be able to hold at least 18 is the goal when I'm done. Tote boxes, which should be fairly significant, which will make more room. And then I can see where I'm at from there. So if this works, it basically will build I'll be able to do hopefully a rolling 16 tote box shelf that I can easily access everything. That will cost me about 60 bucks to build all of it with all the lumber I got. So tonight I want to make sure I charge all my batteries. And tomorrow we'll see what we can get done. For now, it's Saturday and it's the day before the Super Bowl, so not surprising, the gym's pretty packed. But I'm actually going in to do a little working out, and I wanted to get on elliptical. Ellipticals are usually fairly available because I got those gym shoes I got yesterday at the thrift store. So I'm gonna put in some time before I take a shower, probably just about 30 minutes, but I want to start getting back in the swing of things. So I'll catch up with you after the gym. Whew, done with the workout and shower at the gym. Nothing crazy, but got on the elliptical and watched the IT Crowd. Haven't watched that in forever, so I started the first episode again. Let's see what we're going to do. I think today's the McDonald's for lunch day. I've been craving some fries, and a burger and fries sounds really good to me. Problem is, it's 10 o'clock, so we still got to wait. So I'm actually going to stay in this parking lot for a few. I need to arrange some stuff. I got some dishes that I cleaned that need to go in the back, and I've got, I want to get my gym bag ready for the next time I visit and take my dirty clothes and put them all in their spot. You know, housekeeping things. Catch up with you in a little bit. All right, chilled in the back in this Planet Fitness parking lot. Watched NCIS, I think it was. I don't really watch that show much. Sat in the chair, played with the cats a little bit. They're mostly about drinking their water today. Now, I'm gonna go pick up my mobile order from McDonald's. Not surprising, but drive-through is quite full. I will be happy if two things happen. One, they get my order right. But two, they don't make me pull up for waiting on my order. I don't have a lot of good luck with that. I am in the order line. I'm actually not too far back from the order thing. I'm only one person back. It's just a long line to get up to the pick up your food. A lot of cat hair floating. I did the leaf blower when I left the gym today, but I still got a lot of cat hair. I think today might be the day I hook the air purifier up here while the cats chill and let it catch a bunch of hair. Hopefully that does well. What I'm going to do is run the air purifier here, and I'll run the Ryobi fan up top and keep the stuff circulating so maybe we'll catch a bunch of hair. Forgot to unpause the recording, but we got our food. Man, I feel bad for those guys, though. I mean, look, we're the dummies that came in right when lunch got served, right? So it's no surprise that there's a line. I got no problem with it. But the people in line were losing their minds. It's not even that long a wait, but they were losing their freaking minds. There's this lady in front of me that was just all kinds of uncouth. She was pulling her thing down, doing her makeup, spitting out the window, screaming out their window at McDonald's, telling them they needed to hurry up. Just unnecessary. And, you know, also, that's how you get someone to spit in your food. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really the way to behave, in my opinion, which I think a lot of us might share that opinion. Like, I worked at McDonald's before, and you definitely didn't want to agitate me. I never gave any spitters or anything, but you definitely don't want to agitate me, because I'll make sure your order's not right. I will make sure your order is not right. Speaking of which, I hope my order's right. You know, I came up, she's like, you ordered blah blah blah. I was like, yes I did. She handed me the bag, large Coke, yes, handed me my drink. Obviously I got a large Coke, and we were done. You know what I mean? So my fries were in the bag, so I'm hoping that everything went well, because a lot of the other cars are pulling up and waiting. Since I got my fries, I'm just wondering what they're waiting for, that, you know, that would take longer. Because, you know, my order should have taken a pretty good amount of time in the grand scheme of things. But I'll show you what I got when we get stopped. Guys, I am just going back to where I boondocked yesterday. It's a weekend, it's Saturday, and I want the cats to enjoy being up in the cab. I think they're really jonesing to be up in the cab today, because they're all just sitting there looking at me and meowing. And they've got their food and they got their water. And I'm like, what are you guys meowing about? You already had your wet cat food last night. I mean, you know, early this morning, whatever you want to call it. So what are you meowing about? I think happy and Grable want to go up in the front. Waddles will go, of course, you know, but I think they're really wanting to get up there. And cross your fingers that my back left tire stays inflated when it's time to pull out, because, you know, it was considerably low, but I also feel like those guys probably only put 40 pounds in it, and that's what the weight is on the front, so, you know. I'm going to park right here underneath this street lamp here. And you guys know where we're at. I like it here because basically I go down the hill driveway that goes down the bottom of the hill, and I'm basically at work. So why waste the gas? Alright, I will see you in the back. Alright everyone, I am in the back of the van. I do have my McDonald's. I've got a large fry. Let's check this one out. They are crispy and still warm. I'm hungry. Okay. I got a double quarter pounder. Let's see what we got here. With bacon. So it's a double bacon quarter pounder with cheese. I told you I was hungry today. I've been craving burgers and fries. And I got a 20-piece nugget. I'm going to share some of the nugs with the cats. They have to eat all the crust off and throw in the meat. And I got that because I wanted to try their new hot honey. Alright, I'm going to do a quick short on the hot honey, and then I will, you know what, you guys seen the food, so I'll probably, yeah, I'll catch up. Alright, I'm back. I did a quick short just to make it happen. I did try the hot honey. It sneaks up on you a little bit. So, it's a nice coated sauce. It's almost like they're sweet and sour. That's what's deceptive about it. You take a bite. Sweet. You kind of smell the spices. And then hits the tongue. You get this nice little burn. If you have too much of this, if you're weak like me, then it'll hit you hard, but it's got a nice flavor. Not quite, nothing like a Nashville hot though. I'm glad they didn't call it Nashville hot, because it is a hot honey, but it's almost like a sweet and sour tea. Sorry everyone, Waddles decided he had to have a chicken nugget now, and I had to give him his table back. So he's over here taking the table. So the cats all had a piece of chicken nugget. The chicken nugget is really good right now. It's crispy on the outside. That nice white meat. That's just nostalgia. Alright. Now let's try this burger. Double bacon quarter pounder with cheese. Smells like I want it to. That works. Alright, I'm going to eat this stuff. I'm probably going to watch some Air Channel TV. I kind of want to pop Supernatural in, but I'm a little too lazy to hook everything up. So, it's after 11, so I'm probably going to eat this stuff, watch TV, and it's probably going to be time for me to go to bed. Talk to you in a little bit. Also, they gave me Diet Coke. That's fine. I still have my own case of Coke, but I was excited, but it wasn't about the Coke today. Hi everyone, I just woke up and getting ready to go to work. You can't see it from here, but on the far right side, backed up into a parking spot, there's a police officer. He's got his lights off and everything. He did have a little red light going. but I think when he saw me in the cab, the red light turned off, so getting ready to pull out. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So we will see. I've got 2 phone cameras going and my backup camera to see everything, just in case. Just in case. It's Saturday night, so he might just be chilling, because you can tell in this parking lot there's a lot of not street racing, what do you call it? Exhibitionists going on, where they come in and do donuts and stuff up here on the parking lot. It's a big size parking lot, and at night there's really no businesses that do much. There's a 24-hour gym, but everything else is stuff that's a Monday through Friday business or a church. So, well, he didn't follow me, so he must just be chilling, which I appreciate. You always hope for that, but there's never a guarantee, you know. All right, let's go to work. And we have arrived to work. Slept really well, but I took an allergy pill because my allergies were kicking up, and that always helps me sleep, but it always makes it harder for me to wake up as well. So I'm a little groggy, but I did get here on time. Didn't use the heater for most of the day. Used the Ozark Trail heater for about close to an hour before I got up, basically because it was the only one I could reach, you know, from the bed, because I had it on the floor. So I just reached down and it kicked on right off the bat. I was really happy about that. And as soon as that happened, all of the cats came, boom, 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 lined up on the edge of the bed. So that burst of heat that hits my skin, I was laying asleep and suddenly I couldn't feel it anymore. I looked over and there's a wall of cats all side by side, just like sitting by a campfire. But that Ozark Trail heater, as temperamental as it is, puts out an insane amount of heat. So if you need like a quick burst of heat, that one on high does outshine the Mr. Heater Buddy. So there's a plus to that one. I think that one is the right one to use for the green bottles versus the 20-pound on my other one, because the 20-pound, less propane is going to be used on the buddy heater, so you can run it longer on low. But the Ozark Trail is basically put it on high, so within an hour you've gotten the chill out of the back of your vehicle or your cabin or whatever you use it for. Ate an insane amount of McDonald's today. Almost 20 bucks for that meal. But everything's almost 20 bucks nowadays. I liked it. I'm not going to say I really enjoyed the hot honey that much. Hot honey is essentially a spicy sweet and sour sauce. Kind of, yeah, take a Chinese restaurant sweet and sour sauce, add a little bit of sriracha, and you've kind of got the flavor profile, which is fine, but it doesn't beat the classic McDonald's sugary barbecue sauce. What was it? Oh, in the background, I just didn't feel like doing much else TV wise, so in the background I had the classic MacGyver running on the Air channel, and I'm trying to think. I don't think I really did much. I didn't really watch. I think I watched one YouTube van lifer video. I didn't edit or anything. I went to sleep because we were pretty busy, right? We got the wood. I straightened up in the back, waiting to be able to order lunch at McDonald's. McDonald's line was long, so it took a while. So it was already almost my bedtime by the time we got our meal and we got settled in. But I've had a good day. I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanable, signing off.